Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is February 5th, 2026, and a Chinese delegation alongside Javier Tebas visited La Masia, and I'm going to tell you why. Also, Barcelona continue to make positive strides towards achieving financial stability. And finally, Barcelona could terminate the contract of Wojciech Szczesny. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Bo. We'll begin this video with the news that a Chinese delegation and the president of La Liga, Javier Tebas, visited our academy, La Masia. And if you're wondering why, well, I'm about to tell you. Now, La Masia is considered the most valued academy in the world of football, with its concurrent graduates being worth over 700 million euros. Yes, you heard that right. The legendary academy, of course, has produced some of the best talent in the history of football, including Lionel Messi, Andres Iniesta, Xavi Hernandez, Busquets, Puyol, Piqué, Lamine Yamal, and the list goes on and on and on. And while this legendary academy, the best academy in the world, was visited by a delegation made up of 30 people from China and the president of La Liga, Javier Tebas, on Wednesday. Now, this Chinese delegation included the likes of Shen Yiqin, who is China's top football official, and Song Kai, who is the president of Chinese Football Association. Now, if you're wondering why a Chinese delegation visited the academy, no, it's not because they were there to buy the academy. The academy is not for sale. Well, let's calm down. The reason why that delegation was there is because they were looking to study Barca's methodology when it comes to, developing youth players and incorporate those principles into China's own football program. So the delegation was there to learn from the best and then take that knowledge and learning back to China and implement it into their own youth academies. Now, the visit included a friendly match between the Juvenil B, which is the under-19 B squad of the Barcelona Academy, and China's national under-17 team. And the visit also included a youth football talent development seminar where Barcelona presented its methodology and principles of developing youth to this Chinese delegation. Now, I really hope Barcelona charged money for this. The report didn't specify. I imagine they did. Or at least I hope that they did, because, look, it's pretty simple. We do have the best academy in the world. That's a fact. That's not opinion. And since we are the best at what we do, and we're going to be teaching others what we do, well, we need to charge for it. Here's a better idea. How about we send a delegate from La Masia to China to supervise the implementation and growth of these football programs, youth football programs? In that way, we could charge a consultation fee. I think that would be a great revenue for Barcelona because, again, we are the best at what we do. Let's teach others, and let's make a crap load of money in the process. Now, of course, when I say let's teach others, I don't mean let's go teach Real Madrid and Arsenal and Manchester City. I'm talking about, teaching others in emerging football markets like China, like the US, Qatar, Saudi, those places where not only they need it because they're still building their football infrastructure, but also they have the money to pay it. I don't know. I think it's a great idea. What do you guys think? But anyways, I'm getting off track. Let's move on to the next bit of news because, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona continue taking positive strides towards achieving financial stability. And this is now confirmed by Morningstar DBRS. If you don't know what Morningstar is, it's the fourth largest credit rating agency. It's pretty much a company that studies other companies, how they're doing financially. Are they making a lot of money? Are they losing money? Are they growing? Are they shrinking? And then they issue credit ratings. They say, okay, this is a good company to invest in. This is a bad company to invest in. This is a company to stay away from. And while Morningstar DBRS have confirmed Barcelona's positive strides towards achieving financial stability by issuing Barcelona a BBB investment grade. Now, with a positive trend. Very important. Now, if you're not familiar with the credit scale or credit rating scale of companies like Morningstar, let me shed some light. I was a securities attorney for like 5 years, so I have a little bit of familiarity with the financial markets. But the highest credit rating that you can get is AAA. That's the least amount of risk. If you see a company that has a AAA rating, That's a pretty good company to invest in because the risks are pretty, very, very small. Second highest is AA, then it's 1A, and then it's BBB, which is what Barcelona just received. Now, from AAA to BBB, that's considered investment grade. Means these are companies that's pretty good to invest in. Anything below that, like BB, 1B, CCC, CC, and 1C, those are considered speculative, where maybe you can earn a lot of money, but there's also a lot of risk that these companies could default. And then finally, the last credit rating is D, which means the company already defaulted. But Barcelona have received a BBB credit rating with a positive trend. That's important. Why? Because you can have a BBB with a negative trend, means you're going down, and the next rating could become a BB. Here, it's a positive trend, which means that Barcelona could go from BBB to an A. Anyways, how did Morningstar give Barcelona a BBB? Well, Morningstar decided to give Barcelona a BBB credit rating, given Barcelona's sustained improvement in results over recent years, driven by a more solid revenue base and more efficient cost management. In other words, or in layman's term, Barcelona are making more money than they used to, and they're spending less money than they used to. Now, the increase in revenue has mostly come from growth in commercial area, more particularly BLM, which is the Barca licensing and merchandise, where BLM has strengthened the club's international presence and diversified its income streams. In other words, Barcelona are selling a crap load of merchandise all around the world. That's, of course, thanks to, finally, Barcelona started selling stuff on their website to the entire world. Before this past summer, you can only buy things on Barcelona's website if you were in Europe. I can't believe it took them that long. It's pretty ridiculous. But thank God they changed it, and that was a huge driver in Barcelona's revenue. Now we know why Barcelona received a BBB. They're making more than before and spending less. Now let's talk about why Barcelona have a positive trend, a BBB with a positive trend. Well, it has to do, of course, with the Camp Nou, because right now we only have 45,000 people capacity, and the Camp Nou is expected to go up all the way to 105,000. So if we're making money now, we're only going to be making more money in the future once we go up to full capacity. Also, Barcelona have now have greater control over sporting costs. In other words, we're not spending 150, 120 million euros on signings like Dembélé, Griezmann, and Coutinho. And finally, Barcelona are expecting to exceed the €1 billion revenue per season in the next few years. So Barcelona are already doing better financially, but they're expected to do even better in the next few years as the stadium increases capacity, as we continue to make more money and reach the billion mark, and of course, as we continue to spend less. And that's why we have a positive trend. And I want to focus on spend less. This is why we shouldn't go crazy and sign someone like Julián Álvarez or Haaland, even if we have the money, because we already saw what that did to us. Let's not go down that path. But anyways, let's end today's video with the news that Barcelona could terminate Wojciech Szczesny's contract if they pay a €2 million compensation. Now, Szczesny extended his contract last summer by 2 more years until 2027. And as we've seen, he hasn't really gotten any minutes besides when Joan Garcia was injured, and he hasn't even gotten minutes in the Copa del Rey. And it's been revealed that Barcelona could terminate his contract if they pay him €2 million, and then he could leave in the summer and go back to retirement. Now, of course, my question to you is, should Barcelona terminate Szczesny's contract and pay him the $2 million? In my opinion, yes, because this summer we have Iñaki Peña, who's going to be coming back from loan from Elche. We have Jakubishvili, who's coming back from loan from Andorra in second division. Absolutely killing it, by the way, Jakubishvili. We have Ander Astralaga, who will be coming back from loan from Granada, also doing well. And of course, there's Diego Cochin. He's currently the fourth goalkeeper. No, third goalkeeper because Ter Stegen is gone. Diego Cochin is Barcelona's future bet. So we have 4 goalkeepers alongside Joan Garcia. And of course, Ter Stegen is also coming back from loan from Girona. So we're going to have, in other words, 1 million goalkeepers. So I think it would be the wise thing to terminate the contract of Szczesny, hopefully sell Ter Stegen, and then keep Joan Garcia and 2 others, maybe Cochin and Jakubishvili, maybe Iñaki Peña, even though I doubt it because Iñaki Peña is going to want minutes somewhere else. Anyways, that is all, ladies and gentlemen. I will be going, well, not going live. I got used to being on the road. But I will be uploading another video in a little bit, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.